Hello there and welcome to Autzen Stadium, respected and feared by all opponents. This might be, per capita, the loudest place in college football. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Incompletion makes it second down. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Big play in enemy territory all the way to the 41-yard line. The Ducks hustle to the line to run that hurry-up.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Back to throw. It's Moore. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made after the completion. The Ducks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They look to throw it here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's low. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain. Second down and goal upcoming. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
And the offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. Running out of time in the pocket. But just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Knocks that one right down the middle. It breaks the score was tied here, makes it 3-0. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Nebraska's offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. The wide receiver, Kirk, this dangerous, who lines up all over the place. Can the linebackers step up and help out the secondary enough today?
Yeah, usually you see these matchups, the slot receiver has a big advantage. But I'll tell you, this linebacker is an excellent athlete. But the wide receiver he's covering today will pose a textbook challenge to see if he can truly cover.
The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Caught over the middle. It's Nelson. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now. So the offense with a 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Takes the handoff. It's Parker. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And he's got it again. And that run produces a decent gain.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting forward.
The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on the quarterback there. That was a strong safety sneaking in. I don't think the quarterback saw him, and eventually he comes home with a sack.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. First down loss sets up 2nd and long from the 11. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Looking to scramble. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
We're calling out blocks after that pick. Was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They call the counter play here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in man in the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen and kick him out. But if you have an...
And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. First down here for this offense. And they hand it off to the back. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. It's third down for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
So they keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback. Let him make a decision, and it works beautifully.
Yeah, that read option is dangerous because he can give that to the back or pull it. He read it perfectly as they collapsed on the back. He gets around the corner, picks up the yards he needed for the first down.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Who makes the grab? You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28. The Cornhuskers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Nelson. Gain moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to out.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers. Number 8. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. A quick juke. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. The Ducks looking to run some tempo here. And then first down, right back to the running game.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they could convert third and short here from the 50. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. And the Ducks bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Gets the first and still running. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. And the wideout goes in motion. Defense is coming after him. And the junior gets home, making a sack there. This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on.
Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things.
And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Just excellent execution here by the offense. They've set themselves up nicely now into the red zone to see if they can come up with a touchdown.
The Cornhuskers pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way.
A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
And now the defense able to bring him down. It's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. He's moving out of the pocket. Brought down short of the end zone at the 3. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. So what's the play call? It's 4th and goal from the 3. Quarterback keeps the football. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. All right, so it's 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line. A dangerous place on the field. Are they going to run the ball to get some breathing room or be more aggressive? And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Back to pass. It's Moore. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He stopped, but he gets a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a sack. They've got him back at the 4-yard line. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Pass protection a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. There's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Defense calls their 3rd and final timeout of the half now. The Ducks will bring their punt team onto the field.
Number 45 on to punt it away.
With the return, it's Hall. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. Just time enough for one more play in the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. The Ducks will kick this away to get the second half going. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner heads out of bounds. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Toss play to the outside. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's the tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Can he take it all the way? Touchdown, Ducks. And the defense adds 6 from the interception return. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
We'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the looking for a deep completion. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it. 2nd and 10 here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
He's going to pull it down and run. Breaks loose at the 40. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42. The Huskers will have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Cannot connect. Incomplete. And now 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. And the Huskers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. And he drops back in the gun. He's moving out of the pocket now. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football.
And he scores. Touchdown, Nebraska. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a quick...
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Well, let's face it, they dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
And 4th down, they'll punt it away here. Bringing it back, it's Hall. Oh, and he's got some space here. They finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return, and that means good starting field position for this drive. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Dropped Stepping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. The Cornhuskers looking to cash in the red zone. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Now it's 3rd and short on the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He's got it right near the end zone. Tackle made at the 1-yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I don't blame the quarterback here. You get to 3rd down with the catch radius that this tight end has, give it to him every single time.
Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And they will claim the second half lead. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. It's a shotgun run call.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Now it's 2nd down here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Ducks will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Here's the 2nd down play. Looking to pass. It's Moore. Short connection to the tight end here. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference. They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who's going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? The sure hands. It's Casper. They pick up the 1st down. Tackled at the 25.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Great move there. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4. And it's 1st and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. We pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front.
Touchdown, Oregon. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Man, Chris, this...
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle, but first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. The Cornhuskers line up on 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down, and the crowd really getting into it. Quarterback drops back. Grab near the sticks. It's Nelson. They stop him, but it's a first down.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his legs.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. The shotgun running play call. He's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
1st and goal. Can the offense punch it in and claim the lead here in the 4th quarter? Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Urgency here. Got to cut it this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air, trying to extend the play. Touchdown, Huskers. They have jumped in front in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it off here and hope the defense can hold on. And they'll take a knee here, not wanting to spend time on a return. They'll start at the 25. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play 2 passes. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Ducks. Offense has a ways to go to get into field goal range. They need some big plays, and time is winding down. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. Now the offense here needs some big plays to give the kicker a chance here. The clock is a factor. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Nebraska. They go in front in the final minute of play.
Well, this is why they love this. When it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
And he knocks through the PAT. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up, preserve this lead. And with time a factor here late in the game, he'll just take a knee and they'll start the drive at the 25. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. First down, looking to throw the football. He's running out of time here. They hit him behind the line, and out comes the football. So the offense retains possession and avoids a catastrophic turnover. And a timeout is called here, 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Quick throw to his receiver, and it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. And the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time.
Defense.
And the encroachment penalty moves the ball up a little bit. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Dropping back. It's Moore. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing him the game.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. They'll take a deep shot. And the pass falls incomplete as the game comes to a close. Well, a really entertaining game. Came right down to the end. They made the clutch plays, and that made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were fairly evenly matched, and you really saw them go back and